Metroid Prime, Samus's first-person outing, is a phenomenal game, and thanks to its remaster on Nintendo Switch already being out, it makes me want to get back into the groove of making videos again. So as always, my name is Junior Leva, aka MisterAwesome, and here's 10 reasons to love Metroid Prime. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more Nintendo content, and drop a like so we can reach this video to a like goal of 10 likes. Why not? Roll the intro. Before we continue on, I just want to tell you guys the honest truth, I've never played Metroid Prime. But I want to ask you guys, should I stream my very first playthrough of this game live on Twitch? Let me know down below in the comments. I definitely want to gauge to see if you guys want to see that kind of stuff. Oh, and all the information provided in this video is based off my research and me honestly asking my friends about this game and my own personal Metroid experience, because I have played other Metroid games. Number 1. The first-person perspective. Metroid Prime was the first game in the Metroid franchise to feature a first-person perspective. Miyamoto doesn't like it when you say first-person shooter for this game when you describe it, so he thinks of this more as a first-person adventure, which kind of suits it, you know? Every game before this one was a 2D side-scroller, and boy were they phenomenal, especially Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. This game was a dream come true to many Metroid fans, since it gave them a completely new way to experience the Metroid franchise. I mean, just imagine back in the day playing a game like GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64, just wishing a Metroid game would come out in the same style. But according to Shigeru Miyamoto, this wasn't possible. Nintendo couldn't come up with any concrete ideas to make this game feasible, at least for the Nintendo 64. Part of it has to do with the controller, but it is what it is. We eventually got it on GameCube. Number 2. Exploration. Exploration in Metroid is a crucial detail, which makes the gameplay a lot of fun. And in Metroid Prime, thankfully, it's the same. You travel through various locations, learning new skills with unlockable upgrades, and the fact that the game is still non-linear means that you'll be able to backtrack to previous areas and access previous inaccessible areas with new power-ups like the grappling hook and other stuff this game provides. Personally, I love this about Metroid. It makes the game feel connected to like a whole new degree, especially when you're like a couple hours deep and come to like previous inaccessible areas and you're just able to further explore them thanks to your new power-ups. It's a really nice touch, and I see why many fans love this. Number 3. The story. Metroid Prime features the most badass bounty hunter in the galaxy, Samus Aran. As he travels the galaxy, Samus receives a distress signal from a space station that is in orbit above planet Talon 4. But once she reaches the distress signal, it turns out it's from the Parasite Queen, and with the aftermath of that fight, Samus damaged her suit due to an explosion, which caused her to lose her vital power-ups, and your job is to eliminate the remaining space pirates and upgrade your suit along the way. Number 4. The atmosphere. This game's atmosphere, based on what I've seen, is very dark and ominous, which honestly gives me the idea that the player feels a lot of immersion when you're exploring this strange and dangerous alien planet. Plus, the game's art style is just visually impressive, and this is just talking about the GameCube. I'll talk about the remaster a little bit later, because for the GameCube, this is just very impressive, especially after like the Nintendo 64. Its sci-fi and fantasy themes definitely come to life with the GameCube's horsepower, and it definitely sets itself apart from previous Metroid titles. Number 5. Inside of Samus's helmet. The game's HUD is beautifully shown inside Samus's helmet. You can see a radar, a map, ammunition for missiles, a health meter, and even information about bosses that you face, such as their health and their name. And you can even switch visors, like one with thermal imaging or one with X-ray vision. You know, this heavily reminds me of inside of Iron Man's helmet from the MCU. But it's dope because this is Samus's perspective of her adventure. And before we used to see her from the side, now we're actually seeing through her eyes. If you guys haven't dropped a like, please do so. I really want to get back into the groove of things and start making videos full time for the first time. So help the algorithm discover my channel and drop a like. It really does help. Thank you. Number 6. Samus Aran. A lot of Metroid fans love Samus. Hell, I love Samus, and I'm not even a Metroid fan myself. I primarily know her through Smash Brothers, to be honest with you. But what is there not to love about Samus? She's omega badass. She has this tenacity of just being on survival mode at all times. And she's always out here saving the galaxy. She has this super dope suit with many upgrades, but most important of all, she's resourceful. Like, very resourceful. No matter the situation she's in, she finds herself a way out. And if she doesn't now, she definitely will later. Her legendary status is definitely earned. Number 7, the lore. One amazing thing I would say about the Metroid games is how lore heavy some installments can be. I didn't know up until recently that Metroid Prime is chronologically the second game in the series. Yeah, it's before Super Metroid or even Metroid 2, which to me, that was like, seriously? Wow. And it makes sense because this game has Ridley, and Ridley was unalived in the original Metroid for the NES, but now is being realived in Metroid Prime, which, you know, explains why Ridley looks like this. Plus, her efforts to destroy the space pirates in the first game wasn't fully completed since, you know, they ended up retreating to Planet Talon 4. But it's great because from what I've seen, most Metroid games are all connected some way, somehow. It's just dope because it's not like Mario where everything is like sort of unconnected. It makes everything feel connected, to be honest with you. I've done my research and it turns out Samus and me are around the same age, mid-20s, which is honestly very, very dope. Number 8, the reward system. Man, I love playing games where my curiosity is rewarded. Metroid Prime, which like the other installments, does just that, rewarding us players by exploring and finding new upgrades and power-ups. Both concepts go hand in hand. You look and poke around as you explore new areas, and you might find something which in turn can help you defeat enemies more easily, get some more inaccessible areas, and just overall a different way to play the game. Plus, the GameCube version of Metroid Prime has a GBA unlockable. Once you connect the GBA through the, little link cable, and you put in your copy of Metroid Fusion, you can unlock the Fusion suit, at least the color scheme for this game. Talk about dope and connected. Number 9, the Wii version. Metroid Prime, originally a GameCube game, was ported to the Nintendo Wii via New Play Control, a series in which existing GameCube games took advantage of the Wii hardware with stuff like motion controls and some aesthetic changes that are bound to be made, stuff like true 16:9 and many quality of life improvements that were added. Eventually in the States we got the Metroid Prime trilogy. And finally, the whole reason this video exists, number 10, Metroid Prime Remastered. If you love Metroid Prime for the GameCube or the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii, then you're going to love Metroid Prime Remastered for the Nintendo Switch. Based on what my friends have been telling me, this game so far is still phenomenal and it still has them hooked to play. One of my friends even put aside a whole PS5 game to just revisit this one, which says a lot because PS5 games are very, very grandeur. The remastered version of Metroid Prime features the best of both worlds from the Wii and GameCube versions, making this version the most definitive way to play this beloved game. With enhanced HD visuals and other improvements, it's definitely worth the revisit for this game, or in my case, a first time playthrough. Seriously, let me know if you want to see me play live. Alright, thanks for making it to the very end of this video. Metroid Prime is one of the most iconic and enjoyable GameCube games of all time, and it's clearly stood the test of time with the new remaster. As always, shout outs to the members who put that pizza on my pepperoni. Thank you so much for supporting the channel monthly. If you want to become one of these amazing goated people, make sure to hit that join button and become a MisterAwesome member yourself and support the channel today for as low as $2. That's less than coffee nowadays. Thanks to the people who bought the MisterAwesome merch. Seriously, that means a lot to me, thank you. And thanks to you for making it to the very end of this video. And just because I know everyone doesn't make it to the end of the video, let me know what type of water you drink. Like, what's the brand? I drink a lot of Poland Spring. That's a weird request, but yeah, I definitely want to recognize you guys at the end of the video. But as always, stay golden.